Today we're doing another Neville Says, where I take a paragraph from one of Neville's lectures and I share the interpretation of it so that you can apply it to your reality. And today I am taking the paragraph from one of Neville's lectures. Neville's lectures, holy moly! Volume 11, it is called Where Are You Staying? And it is all about how do you stay in a state that you want to experience in reality that you have no evidence of in reality yet. I am going to get through this video without stumbling my words. That is the assumption I'm holding, and that is what we are doing today. My name is Hedley Derenzie, and this channel is all about simplifying the amazing law of assumption teachings and making them as practical as possible so that you can apply them to your reality and get results fast. If you would like to know more about me or my offerings, including one-to-one law of assumption coaching where I will help you with your specific situation, my self-concept course, I Am the One, or my book, I Am Money, Assume a New Story and Enjoy More Money, you will find all of those details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. We are just going to get straight into today's video, which is a Neville Says video where I take a paragraph from one of his lectures and talk about it so that you can apply it to your reality. And today we're talking about where are you staying. So the lecture is called Where Are You Staying? And it is all about what are the states that you are choosing to enter into and remaining in, because where you are staying, the states that you are living in, predominantly, are what are getting pushed out and reflected back in the situations, events, and circumstances of your reality. Today, I'm also going to give you some questions that you can ask yourself that will help you stay in the state of your choosing, because it can be really challenging to maintain a state of consciousness of which you have no evidence in reality yet. In order to enter into that state and to have the experience of that state in reality, you must remain in that state in consciousness first. So essentially what we're doing is we're fixing a state in consciousness first, and then that state is being outpictured and reflected back in the form of situations and events and circumstances that help us to have that experience of that state in physical form. Now, by state or condition, they both mean the same thing. We're talking about things like wealth, happiness, health, confidence, success, love, any state that you want to experience, any state at all. You have to first be able to identify that state and then enter into it in your imagination and maintain it long enough for it to solidify, and that's the game. That is where we cannot be doing this with our awareness. We can't be going, oh yeah, I'm going to experience wealth in imagination, and then we go into reality and we see lack, and then we stay in lack, and then we go, okay, well, this doesn't work. That's not how this works. We have to continue to maintain awareness on the state that we want to experience long enough, often in the face of the opposing state, in order for that desired state to solidify. But I'm going to let Neville do the talking here, and then we will talk about it more after. So I'm going to read the paragraph, just a quick one, this one. So, where do you live? Well, where you live psychologically is entirely up to you. I repeat, you live in that state of consciousness to which you most often return. You could tonight determine to be, and you name it, want to be wealthy. All right, it means nothing. It's a shadow anyway. Put it to this, what you want. Do you want to be secure? What would the feeling be like if you were? You assume that you are, and that assumption may be denied at the moment of the assumption, denied by your senses, denied by reason. But if you dare to persist in that assumption, it will harden into fact, and the world will bear witness of that persistent assumption on your part. So that's where you live psychologically. Okay, so that's just a quick one. Essentially, it's what it's saying is, first of all, you have to identify the reality that you want to live in, the state that you want to live in, such as wealth. If you want to be wealthy, you must live in the state of wealth. Now, if you're not wealthy and that's the state that you want to be in, there's no other place to go other than your imagination. You have to go into imagination to become aware of wealth because it's not in your reality. Of course, all states are always available to you in reality if you know where to look. Let's say you want to enter into the state of health. And the reason that you want to enter into the state of health is because you are currently in the state of illness, meaning reality is reflecting back a body that is sick or in pain or in discomfort or disease. So naturally you would want to be in the state of health. However, your reality is telling you the opposite story. So you have to, by the law of assumption, nature, creation, all of this, you have to direct awareness towards the state that you want to experience. Because your awareness and what you're doing with it, where you are living psychologically dominantly, is what is being produced in reality. Now, when it comes to health, it can be incredibly difficult to move your awareness away from pain in particular to a state of health and well-being and ease. So if you are in reality, what you can do is, even if you direct your awareness away from self towards healthy people, because you are going to be seeing healthy people in your reality. And remember, everyone in your reality is you pushed out, reflecting a potential back to you that is always available and possible for you. So you still can look towards the state that you want to experience in reality, even if it's not your current reality. If it's in your field, it's in your field of possibilities. It's in your field of potentials. It's available to you. And as you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, the way to bring that reality to you is with I am, rather than looking at them and going, oh wow, aren't they so lucky, they're so healthy, they're in a state of ease and joy. Claim them as I am. I am that person, and I am living in health and well-being and joy and ease and whatever it is that you're seeing in that person. While Neville is actually saying that you want to move your awareness psychologically to the state that you want to experience, you can also do it in reality by looking out into reality and seeing evidence of the state that you want to experience for yourself, even if that state is being experienced by somebody else. Everyone is you pushed out, reflecting back potentials and possibilities that are always available to you. They are always reflecting you back. And if that's something that you want to experience, you claim it with I am. You put I am in front of it and you bring it in. You reduce that distance between you and it. That's the dream. That's the holographic dynamic theatre production that is occurring on the stage of reality. What is also really important to remember in this work, and this is what Neville is saying in this paragraph, assuming a new state may be denied at the moment of assumption, meaning you may not get evidence of that new assumption immediately. You may not get it this week. You may not get it next week. It does not matter, and it needs not to matter, because you must remain faithful and committed to the state that you have chosen to psychologically bring your awareness to more of the time and maintain awareness on it long enough for solidify. If you are affirming or assuming to enter into the state of wealth and you are staying in wealth, you're living in wealth, you are surrounding and consuming yourself with wealth off the back of a lifetime of lack, you may need to give your reality a little time to reorganize itself to reflect the new story back. This is not always instant manifestation. It can be, by all means. Absolutely it can be. However, if it's not, doesn't matter. You just stay aware of the state that you want to enter into. And I want to give you some questions that are going to help you remain in that state long enough for it to solidify, because you're going to need assistance to remain aware of a state that's not yet in reality, especially if reality is showing you the opposite. And this is just a list that I came up with. Feel free to come up with others or new ones if you like, but this is just to get you started. Continue to ask yourself these questions every day in order to keep your attention on the state that you want to experience in your reality. What would it feel like to live in this state all the time? How would I be spending my days in this state? What would I be seeing in this state? Who would I be hanging out with? What conversations would I be having? How would I be dressed? Where would I be living? What kind of food would I be eating? What activities would I be participating in? What thoughts would I be thinking on a regular basis? Now, what you'll notice about those questions is they are sensory based. They are about activating your sense of sight, of sound, of smell, and touch and taste. You really need to activate those imaginary senses to really activate that state and to make it as real as possible. That state must be real in imagination first for it to be real in reality, because as you know, reality is the reflection of consciousness, and what you're doing in consciousness must and will be reflected back in reality in some way. We don't know how, we don't know when. That's the fun of this game. So choose the state that you want to live in, identify it, give it a name, and then ask yourself these questions. And remaining committed. Have a go with it. As always, put all of this to the test. Don't take anyone's word for it. Report your success in the box below. As always, please remember you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstars of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you. Assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. This is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you and for me too. Thank you so much for being here. Please give this video some love with a like and a comment. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.